What's up, everybody? Unarrested here, starting his very first day of No Neg November. That is non-negative or no negatives or super positive month of all happy, upbeat, super positive, no negative videos. Victor and I, Give Me a Break, Give Me a Flake Man, have decided to make this entire month a video full of everything and anything we can talk about in a positive manner as far as either our own lives, things we're experiencing in our own lives, the way Japan is, the things Japan does, the way we enjoy Japan, things that Japan is awesome at, etc., etc. And speaking of which, a segue to things Japan is awesome at, I'm going to go through 5 things that I personally think Japan is, if not the best country, one of the best countries in the world at. 5 things. These are, of course, my own opinion. You do not have to agree with it. That's fine. That's okay. I'm going to keep a positive, upbeat attitude anyway because this is No Neg November. Number 1, convenience in the city. The city in Japan is done quite well. It is efficient, functional, fast, and always on time. Any and all public transportation that you will take on a train, 100% on time all the time. I've rarely had a train be late unless it's JR trains. For the most part, every other train line out there rarely has any kind of occurrence aside from any kind of maybe tragedy or something that would go on or accident, but for the most part on time every day. As far as convenies being close by, which are convenience stores, if you don't know the short name for that, it is always efficient and nearby. You can walk out of your apartment, for example, my own, go downstairs, and I have 2 within about 5 meters, 10 meters on either side of my apartment. I have a 7-Eleven, I Holdings, and a Family Mart on the other side. They both have anything and everything I could ever possibly need. In fact, the small 7-Eleven is like a mini grocery store for the most part. I can even buy things like lunch meat, sandwiches, vegetables. I could make a huge, massive meal just from the small things sold at those convenies. Super efficient, and anytime you need a hankering for a snack or a beer, the best thing is you can buy that anytime, 24 hours a day. Beer too, there is no limit on when beer can or can't be sold. It is sold 24 hours. So if you want to get your drink on, get your drink on. Japan don't mind. Next we've got things are clean and fast. Everything, like I said, public transportations, convenience stores, convenies, and even vending machines are kept clean and fast. You won't find an ounce or bit of trash on the trains in Japan. If you do, something horrible has gone wrong, but for the most part, anything and everything everywhere is usually super clean. The amount of cleaning you see people doing around public buildings is sometimes insane. For example, getting down on their knees and scraping little pieces of gum off of every speck of the floor, which, yikes, I wouldn't want that job, but kudos to them. Number 2, customer service. Customer service in all manners and every manner is fabulous in Japan. I would be hard-pressed to find a country that did customer service better and beyond what Japan does. To the point of, oftentimes people complain to me and say, Scott, I can't take food home from a restaurant when I eat out in Japan. There is a reason behind that, because that restaurant does not want you to get any kind of food poisoning. If they know if there's any chance that you could possibly let the food even sit at your own house, even if it is 100% your fault that you left it sit out and rot, they would still take responsibility if you got sick for that food, as in you could go back there, declare you got sick from the food that you took home. They would not ask for any evidence, not even a receipt, and they would either give you a free meal or refund your money on the food. In fact, some have gone as far as paying medical bills and everything as far as that is concerned as well. And it's, in fact, a sad sort of accident that happens, or I should say a sad sort of pity that happens, is the fact that some people actually take advantage of that Japanese companies are so eager to make sure their customers are pleased that there's actually scammers out there that'll go out of their way to complain about every piece of food they ever get. Now, I actually watched a variety show recently where there was a notorious woman criminal who actually went through a process of constantly complaining to every company she ever bought food from that she got sick or found a hair in the food, and lived off of the free food that she got. That's how generous those companies are when people complain. Insane. On top of it, things like returns, calling customer service, oftentimes they will do their best to find an English speaker, even if you don't speak Japanese, because there are some things that you may have trouble with, for example, technical words, business aspects, law aspects, or medicine aspects that you wouldn't normally know the Japanese for. They will get an English speaker on the phone for you. On top of that, returns and the amount of hustle they have with returns is incredible. Getting you your money back ASAP. If you fill out things for insurance on anything, you get your money within 48 hours often, which as an American, that's insane. If I don't have to go through a massive argument with my insurance company to get the money that I'm actually supposed to be paid after paying years and years to that company, then I think something's not normal. When my wife went to the hospital, when my wife had a baby, when we had any kind of medical expense, there was never an argument with any sort of insurance, private or national. We just got the money within 48 hours. Insane to me. Moving on from customer service, number 3, displays, art, packaging, food, culinary arts, everything and anything that is art and design in Japan is incredible to me as an artist who majored in art and went to school for art and university for art. I love art, and I notice it each and every place that I go, and the amount of work the Japanese put into displays, they put into making food look great, the way they wrap stuff, the ways they package things, make things look incredibly gorgeous. Call it maybe years of origami practice, years of mastering paper as an art. They have gotten really good at packaging stuff, and they have gotten really good at doing displays for everything from toys, promotions, and video games. It is awesome, and it is a moment in which you must stop and oftentimes take out your cell phone and take multiple ridiculous pictures. Number 4, fashion. Japan is, of course, always on the cutting edge of fashion. The thing that really gets me the most about their amazing fashion is not just the fact that it keeps up its avant-garde, its cutting edge, but the fact that it's functional, efficient, it's very easy to customize, it's streetwise, it's built around your daily work, around your daily personality, and just incredibly, as I said, customizable. You can find your own style that you like and then find a version of that style that fits your own personality or what you do, and even gets down to nitty-gritty things like how it can function within your job that you work, for everything from a handbag that you would carry around, or even things like, the headphones that I have now that are Bluetooth and have no wiring. I like to use these the most because for my job, walking and moving a bunch while I turn can get my wire caught up in things like the closing and opening doors of different subways that I go off and on. And even as you pass close by with other passengers, you can get hooked on people as far as their bags and stuff getting hooked on your headphones. Anyone who's been in tight quarters on subways and stuff knows about this. So this is just another aspect of functionality within fashion. They look cool at the same time. Love fashion in Japan. Number 5. My number 1 all-time favorite thing that will probably keep me in Japan for the rest of my life is not being negative about your own personal choices and aspects of life. I don't know how to put into words clearly enough to get across the idea that Japan really lets you be your own person, and that allows a lot of different aspects of people to flourish. If you want to be weird, it's okay. If you want to be into something big time, an otaku, a maniac about something, it's okay. If it's not hurting or bothering anybody severely, it's okay. Japan is mostly only going to come up and talk to you. The Japanese are only going to come up and talk to you about what you are interested in, what you are wearing, or what you have a t-shirt on about, if they themselves are also interested. The very, very beautiful value of if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything is highly respected in Japan. As in, if somebody does have any kind of negative ideas inside their head or behind their tongue, that's where they keep it most times. Almost 100% of the time. The only people I've ever had come up to me and talk to me about either my tattoos, my style, the bands that I'm into, the music I'm listening to, the way I'm dressed, are also people who like or enjoy or think that style is cool. And the compliments just come flying, and it makes you feel great. It's a huge ego boost. It is an awesome day every day that things like that happen, and it's very common occurrence in Japan. And that's what makes Japan so, so awesome. Of course, not every single day is exactly like this. I don't go through every single day counting down all 5 of these over and over again, but they are the 5 amazing things that I can constantly come back to and be like, why am I still here? I'm still here because of this. Why do people, when they ask me, say, why are you still here for so long, Scott? These are the things I can always say and be like, I can tell you anywhere else I would be, who I am, what I am. I would at least get one shit talker or someone who'd want to talk trash to me about it. In Japan, not so much. The only people I ever get come up to me and talk to me about who I am, what I am, where I'm from, are people who are very interested or very nice about it. It is awesome. It is a great feeling. Anyway, those are my 5 quick things about Japan that I think they are the best at doing, being, and using, and having in their country. Also, you could add them to a list of 5 things of why I will always love this country and stay here, live here forever. That is my very first video of the month of No Neg November. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. I am Unrested with the questions you requested. Until next time, have a good one.